Hey guys, want to learn how to do this? Check out this video coming up for first grade science. Hey everybody, and welcome back to another first grade science episode with Mr. C. Today we are going to be doing a little science, and we are going to make our ping pong balls float. As you can see in the picture, we're going to use a hair dryer, and as you saw in my little teaser at the beginning, we're going to be using a ping pong ball and a balloon if you have it. All right, let's go see the materials we need for this science project. All right, so here is your list of materials. Now, the materials in white, you're going to need to be able to do our experiment at the beginning. You're going to need a ping pong ball, you're going to need a bendy straw, a sheet of construction paper, or if you have a snow cone cup lying around, I don't know why you would, but if you do, you can use that as well. We will show you how to make a cone out of construction paper. Don't worry about that. And you'll need a little tape. Scotch tape, duct tape, masking tape. Doesn't matter as long as you have some sort of tape. And our optional materials, you'll need a hair dryer, a balloon, and a coin of your choice. I put here a dime is going to be about the lightest coin that we have in our US currency. A dollar coin is going to be pretty heavy. I should have put 50-cent coin, 50-cent piece. Those are pretty rare now. But if you have one of those lying around, that's going to make for a pretty heavy coin. All right, let's go on over to the lab and let's see this science experiment in action. Hello everyone out there in YouTube land. This is Mr. C coming with you with a first grade science lesson. Again, you know my rules. You don't have to be in first grade to try this. If you're in TK, you want to give it a go, outstanding. If you're in fifth grade and you want to try this, hey, even better. Looks like I have two special guests, and we all know Ken here. Ken has helped us out not only with kindergarten science, he's been a regular on second grade science. Ken, outstanding to see you again. Thanks so much for coming. Looks like we have a new guest to our right. In the John Cena shirt, looks like we have Mr. Nicholas. Nicholas, outstanding job. Hey, great for joining us. I appreciate you taking time out of your schedule. Yeah. Outstanding. Well, today, you probably saw my little teaser trailer. We were levitating ping pong balls, and I did a balloon with a hair dryer. So we're going to learn how to do that. We can do it with a hair dryer. We're also going to learn how to do it just with a straw and a ping pong ball. We can also do it with some snow cone stuff. So we're going to take you through this build. If you're not sure the materials you need, go back to my materials page, but we'll do a quick review. Really, really basic. You need a straw. Bendy straws are best. And a ping pong ball. If you want to make a little catcher for it, you can use a snow cone cup, or if you don't have one of those, we're going to show you how to make a cone using construction paper. And then at the end, we're going to really dial it up using a hair dryer, and then we'll try different things like with balloons and stuff. All right, Nicholas, you ready?
Yes.
Cool. Ken, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Outstanding. So we're going to do a quick run through of this, and then we're going to go back to my drawing board, and I'm going to explain some of these principles. All right? So first thing you're going to do, just real basic, go ahead and take a bendy straw, and you should have it in like this is like a weird L shape, but the little short piece should be on the top, and then the long piece should be on the bottom. And you're going to blow into the long piece like that. All right? Now, really easy. Take your ping pong ball. Now you want to make sure to hold this kind of level, right? Now you don't have to try and balance it. It's not going to balance. Yeah. You're going to want to hold it with your left hand. And all you're going to do is just blow really hard. And
I can hold it really long.
Now, obviously, right, I'm a pretty big boy and I've got some big lungs, right? For my younger viewers,
It gives me a headache.
it could give you a headache if you're so take breaks. So take a deep breath.
Whoa.
And see how high you can get it. Pretty cool. Let's see Nicholas try it. And go. There you go. Make sure and keep that level. Right, yeah, try it again. Make sure and keep that straw level, because if you bend it, it's going to go this way and then gravity's going to take over. So go ahead and make sure and keep that level.
Okay, so I'm ready.
All right, give it a go. Make sure and keep it level and go. There you go. Very cool. All right, let's see Ken give it a go.
There we go.
Good.
Oh, I can hold on now.
Now make sure you keep it nice and level.
Nice level, Ken.
Woo, really good.
Woo.
Now if you blow nice and gently,
It can hover.
it'll hover. If you blow really hard,
It won't hover.
it'll hover. It'll just hover really high. Hey, Nicholas, what's up?
I have a challenge for the viewers.
All right, a challenge already.
You
Cool.
love challenges.
Just try it again. You could probably try to do this.
You want to try it like that? Sure.
It's just
hard,
really
but-
work. Oh!
Try that.
So really, it's going to be your breath. Okay. Now go to keep your straws to the side, guys. Keep your straws aside. And I'm going to pass out.
Just do this.
Oh, we're not going to do that. Oh, that's getting ahead. Ooh! Don't show the viewers at home that yet. All right. So our next view, right? As you can see, now when you guys dropped it, when you guys stopped blowing the air, did the ping pong ball go everywhere? Did it fall everywhere? Was that kind of annoying?
Yeah.
You know, it's annoying to me too. So you know what we're gonna do?
What?
We're gonna make sure we make a little catcher. So this is where, if you have snow cone, little cones like this, pass out to one to each.
Oh.
Why don't you take that one?
But
So when you get a snow cone, you're gonna see, I'm gonna show you up here. There's your snow cone, right? What we're gonna do is we are going to take our snow cone and we're gonna cut a little end off, about that much. And you want that straw to be able to fit. And that's probably a little big, and that's okay. You can tape it down if you want. You don't have to. What you're gonna do then, you don't need this really big catcher. Okay? You can do it if you want, and this is what's gonna happen. If you have your really big catcher like this, that's probably what's gonna happen, right? So we wanna make this catcher a little bit, have those scissors please. You wanna make the catcher a little bit shorter. So right about halfway, I'm gonna cut that right where this says Koji. I'm gonna go ahead and flatten it out, and I'm just gonna cut it straight across. So now I've made a little cone. Now I've got a little one of those things up there. So I'm just going to take my scissors. And I'm going to even it out a little bit. It doesn't really matter if it's perfect, but that's a nice little cup right there. Okay. So now Ken and Nicholas are going to do the same thing. They're going to take their scissors and they're going to cut. They're going to make. You're basically taking that big cone and making it a smaller cone.
dude, I need the
Dude, sharing's caring, all right? So then when you're done, you should have, your ball should fit nicely in there, okay? Good. Outstanding. Cool.
It's a little big.
It's a little big, and that's okay. So now your straw,
My eye.
what you want to do, and I'm going to show you how you want to fit that straw in there, okay? You kind of want to fit that straw so it's almost poking out a little bit, and as straight as you can make it. Let's go and show the viewers, right? You want that straw as straight as you can, okay? Now all this is going to do is just catch it. What you can do is you can take a little bit of tape, and I'm going to go get some tape for the viewers. If you need some tape to tape, if you need some tape to really tape that straight, this is what I'm going to do.
This is a little big, but...
I'm going to put my finger and I'm going to hold it nice and straight. And all I'm going to do is tape my straw and seal up so there's no air coming out of
Can
there.
you tape mine up?
Right, and I'll tape his up too. Tape old Ken's up. So then you should have something like this, right? So now, again, this is really more just so it catches the ball. Pretty cool, right? So I'm gonna take Ken's, and then we're gonna do one more after this, and I'm gonna show you, again, for the viewers.
I like being on this part.
So you see this, how it's kind of, there's a lot of air coming out. So I'm just gonna take my fingers and I'm gonna pinch and I'm gonna hold it. What I'm doing is holding it nice and straight, and then I'm gonna straighten the straw out. And all I'm gonna do is just seal up the bottom, just like that. It doesn't have to be perfect. Again, we're not reselling these, putting them on eBay or anything, so it doesn't need to be perfect. Or Pinterest or Etsy or there you go, sir.
Thank you.
All right, would you like some there,
Yes.
Nicholas? All right. So then we're gonna go ahead, I'm gonna pinch that, and then we're just gonna tape it down.
Mine spins.
And what you'll notice, and we're gonna talk about why this works, because again, it's cool that it works, but it's more important knowing the why or how. There you go, sir. And give it a go, right? Get a ping pong ball.
The straw sticking out of
Oh, it landed in this.
I got a big headache.
There you go. Now if it's sticking out a little bit, that's okay. That's okay. Again, it's gonna take a little bit of practice, right? So if your straw is a little bent, again, you want it to be kind of straight. All right, let's show the viewers, right? Let's show the viewers, we don't have, let's say we don't have any cones. We need to make our own cones. All right, you guys ready to make your own cones out of construction paper?
Yeah.
Cool. Let's do a nice close-up and show our viewers how we're gonna make a cone. All right, everybody, and we're at a close-up of my construction paper. And all you're gonna do to make your own cone is you're gonna draw a circle. Now, if you are not comfortable with drawing a circle, again, take something that's circular, right? I'm gonna take a snow cone cup. A glass is fine. It doesn't need to be a really big circle, okay? So I'm gonna put my cup here, and I'm just gonna trace around it. Again, we're not making a huge circle, right? About that big is fine, right? We'll see, and there's my ball, and that's gonna fit in perfectly. Great. So now to make the cone, all you have to do next is cut out the circle, just like that. We're gonna cut out the circle. If you want to freehand the circle, as in just drawing it without, a cup or something, you could do that if you want. I like this way because now I know my circle is going to be nice and, well, circular. Now, to make your cone, let's go ahead. We're going to take our circle. We're going to fold it in half. So now you have, here's a little geometry for you, a semicircle or a semicircle. I'm going to unfold it, and now look, I've got my nice little crease right in the middle. I want you to do that one more time, but do it the other way, right? So I'm going to fold it like this, and now I'm going to open it up, and now I'm going to fold it the other way. So you're going to have like 4 creases. So now my circle is divided into fourths, which is kind of cool. Now let's make our cone. Take your scissors. You're going to go ahead and on one of those creases, you're going to cut and stop right at the center. Okay, how do I know where the center is? Because that is the point which all 4 of these lines meet up. So is it okay if it's not exactly at the center? Yes, it's fine. Again, we're not making these and selling them on Etsy. This is just for a little bit of home science. Cool. Now, the next step, all you have to do is you're going to take this and you're going to overlap. Watch what happens when I overlap. Oh, look at that. And you start to have a cone. Just like, let's do it one more time. I'm going to take this And I'm going to just bend it up and then just start sliding and overlapping. Now, however big you want your cone, it doesn't need to be big. I'm pretty happy with that, okay? So now what you can do is, all you need to do is cut this, right? First, well, you're gonna cut here at the bottom, but before we do that, let's go ahead and tape this up. So we're gonna take some tape. You don't need really strong tape. Duct tape is fine. You can use masking tape, anything just to kind of keep it. So I like to use duct tape because I've got a lot of it. And I think that's a pretty good looking circle. So I'm just going to go ahead and tape this how I want it. Again, this isn't a very pretty taping job, but anything you can do to just get that cone shape right there. And you can, if you want, you can bend it up a little bit so you have a nice little cone. Now, your last step, go ahead and cut right there, right in the end, and that's where your straw is going to fit. Now, if your straw doesn't fit, well, then you can make the circle, or you make that little cut a little bigger. It's better to have it a little small than it is big. And there's my circle right there. There's my straw. Now, if I let go, it has a tendency to go to the middle, or you want it to be right in the middle, but if it goes to the left or the right, you want to be kind of careful and just try and tape that as best you can. And your ball should kind of rest right there, and there you go. That is a homemade cup, just like we did with our snow cone cups. Just like this. Now again, you can tape it down if you want, or you can just leave it out. It doesn't really matter. But experiment with this, right? Experiment with putting the straw in a little bit. See what happens. And I'll actually show you what happens, right? If I just put it in a little bit, it's kind of cool, right? It spins and then it shoots out. It's not really what we're going for, so we need to make sure that air is constant, all right? So now let's go ahead and put our straw up a little bit. And there we go, it's wiggling back and forth. Cool, all right, let's go and let's do one more thing with the hairdryer. The trick I showed you at the beginning, let's go ahead and do that now. All right, hey, we're back, and we have Nicholas and Ken back here. And this is our last step. This doesn't require any straws. All it requires is a ping pong ball. You can get a balloon if you want, that's a little extra. Yeah. I have a paper towel tube I cut in half. I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do with that. Again, the only thing you need, ping pong ball and a hairdryer. And it's really easy, and we're gonna show the viewers what we're gonna do with the balloon. But right now, you're just gonna turn the hairdryer on. You wanna make sure it's on cool. You don't want it to be too hot. It's not like it's gonna melt the ping pong ball, but when you catch it, it could be a little hot. So Mr. C always says, safety first. Here we go. Ken's gonna put it down, and go ahead, Ken. And look at that. The ping pong ball is levitating. If I dial it up to high, now watch what happens when I tilt it. And let's go the other way. And let's go towards our viewers. Ah, look at that. Now the toilet paper tube, or the paper towel tube, I'm gonna have, and it's kind of just like I don't know what I'd call this, like a concentrated funnel. So Ken's gonna turn this on, and then I'm gonna have Nicholas do the balloon thing. So I'm gonna hold that right there. Go ahead, Ken. And kind of cool, go ahead and dial up to high. So it's just concentrating the air is all it's doing. And watch what happens when I take the tube away. Whoa! Look at that. Now you can do, Nicholas was doing this, right? But when I block the air, yeah. Now, we should do the challenge, right?
Yes.
Gentlemen, take your balloons.
Woo!
Now, if you're going to do this with a balloon, you're going to want to weight it down with something, okay?
I call Euro.
I recommend
Euro.
a coin. So I have a nickel. Woo! Got away from me. Got away from me. I have a nickel in here. I have a penny, which is kind of light.
Euro.
And I have a heavy euro. So we've got light, medium, and heavy. All right, so go ahead. If you're going to do this, what you want to do is you try and put the coin in the balloon first. That's going to be easiest, at least to me. If my viewers at home have a little difficulty, you can always blow it up a little bit and try and stretch out your balloon like this. So let's go ahead and do...
I can't fit it down the
You
neck.
can't fit it down there? Let's do this. So you may need your parents, your sisters, your older.
Oh, there we go.
So we're going to open it up. Is it in there? All right, the euro is in there. Now, if you don't know what a euro is, it's the currency that they use in Europe. The 1 euro, it's about $1. Yes, I know it's a little less than this. Roughly about 93 cents. But you're going to go ahead and blow up the balloon.
Wow,
all right?
this is heavy.
And Nicholas over there is going to use the penny. And we're doing it because we have light, medium, and then heavy. Okay? Woo, look at that balloon getting away from me. All right, go ahead and try it out now. And let's go ahead and switch to some...
It's good.
you want to do... you can do that. That's fine. Let's go ahead and switch to a little bit of music while we're waiting for this to happen. Good. All right. We're back. What do you guys think of that music break? That's I remember going into the stores when I was a kid, hearing that as I went up and down the grocery aisles. Very weird. Okay, so we have our penny here. If I can get my finger out of the way. Okay, let's try it with the penny first. Well, actually, why don't we try it with no weight and see what would happen?
When I throw up the penny, it just floats down like a normal balloon.
What about mine?
No.
All right, let's go ahead and I've got a balloon with no weight, and we're gonna see why we put the weight. It kind of gets out of control. So here we go. Excuse me, gentlemen. Now here's without any weight. Now it'll go, wow. It'll go really high.
Now dial it up.
But then it goes out of control, right? So what I'm going to have you guys do is let's try the penny first. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch, and I'm going to have my helpers here. They're going to do it. I want to get a good wide shot video of these balloons happening. You guys ready?
Yeah.
All right, we're back. And so Nick is going to try this first. Remember, he has the penny in his balloon. All right, Ken, switch it on. And look at that. Like magic.
Dial it up.
Dial it up a little bit. Let's watch it. Woo! Woo! Look at that. Yes, sir. All right, and go ahead and turn it off.
Penny, you did me well.
Penny, outstanding. All right, hey Ken, grab my balloon. It's got the nickel in it, and let's see what the difference is. Go ahead and dial it up. All right, so what do we notice about the nickel? Is it going higher or is it going lower? What do you think, Nicholas?
The nickel is going lower because it has more weight than the penny.
Outstanding.
It's also staying in control because the weight of the nickel is shifting from side to side.
Outstanding.
Keeps it on the track of the air.
Outstanding. That's a great observation. The nickel's heavier, so it's going a little lower. Hey, Ken, go and dial it up to high. Woo! So it goes high, but I think Nick's got a point. It's a little bit more stable. All right, go ahead and shut it down. All right, nice. Last one. Go ahead and put that euro in there.
Euro.
All right, go and put that euro.
Please, Euro.
Ken, I can hold it.
Yeah, let's let Nicholas man the hair dryer. All right, in 3, 2, 1.
Oh, come
Ooh,
on.
now dial it up. Now, as you can see, it's working, but it's a lot lower. Now, hey Ken, let's treat the viewers a little bit. Throw a ping pong ball in there. Let's look at that. Now, I want you, my viewers at home, try and throw a second one. Oh, so it can only handle 2, but look at that. What do we notice? What do we notice? What's happening?
Dad, what's happening?
Oh, no, I want the viewers at home. Comment below. Tell me your observations. Go and shut it down. Now, let's try it with a euro and the penny. Actually, let's do the penny and the ping pong ball. Get the penny and the ping pong ball. Last one for our viewers. And then we're going to head on over to my drawing board. We're going to explain what's happening. Ready? And go. Okay, that's the penny and ping pong ball. Now look, that penny was really flowing up there. Now do high. Look at that.
3, 2, 1. Oh, it did it.
Outstanding. All right, go ahead and shut it down. Now, Ken, what I want you to do, yes, you can. Go ahead and take a ping pong ball. And Nicholas, you're going to go ahead and have the hair dryer. So Ken, go ahead and hold the ping pong ball. Now, Ken, just put the ping pong in there. Nicholas, go ahead and turn it on. Now, turn on high. Now, Nicholas, what I want you to do is very carefully tilt it to your left. Keep going. Look at that. Look at that. Keep going and stop right there. Go a little bit more. Pretty interesting, right? So he's holding it and it's at an angle and it's still going. Let's see how far we can go. Go a little more. Oh, I see it falling. Wow. Outstanding. All right.
That's the highest I ever did.
Outstanding. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and click like there. If you want to see more of that, make sure you please subscribe. Hey, let's go to my drawing board and explain what is going on because it's not magic, it's science. All right, here we go. Back to my drawing board and then we'll check out what's happening. Hey, first grade, and it's Mr. C here at the drawing board, and we're going to explain what is happening with that ping pong ball and how it's able to stay levitating or floating in that hair dryer or the straw. So the first thing we need to think of air is that air is a fluid. Let's go ahead and type that in, fluid. Now a fluid, usually when we think of fluids, we think of a liquid. So let's put an equal sign, and we think of fluids as liquids. Okay, and that's absolutely true, right? Examples of some liquids. What's a liquid that we know of? Sure, water, soda, juice, milk. What's another liquid that we know of? I mean, how about oil, right? We recently used oil in our experiments. So these are all fluids because they're all liquids. However, a fluid is also air. We have to look at air as a fluid as well. So there's something really important that's happening here. And let's go ahead and draw here on my little picture. So the faster that this air moves, and let's get this air, looks like it's moving really fast, right? So the faster that this air moves, right? The faster it moves, I know I'm not doing it in the hair dryer. The faster it moves, it's really cool what happens. There's less pressure. There's less air pressure going on. Let's erase that there. Which is weird, right? The faster air moves, the less pressure there is. Seems weird, right? The faster this is moving, right, it creates less pressure on the ball. Now, what's going on outside here? And let's use a different color for outside. Let's use green, right? So this is going to be low pressure. Now, if you're not sure what pressure is, think of the time that maybe you went to the mountains or you went on a plane ride and your ears popped a little bit. Well, that's an example of pressure. Well, the same thing is happening here. You have all of this low pressure, but inside it's high pressure. Pretty cool, right? And what happens is these forces are kind of interacting. And I say kind of, like, well, not kind of, they are. And what's happening here is the ball stays right here. Every time it tries to go out, you'll see it wiggle around. The high pressure kicks it back into this stream of air. That's pretty cool, right? And so you can do that. That's why we were able to, and I'm going to do this. I'm going to take my picture and let's go ahead and turn it if I can. When we turned it, what happened to the ping pong ball? Well, it still happened, right? It still stayed in that stream of air, which was really cool. And then when we went to here, obviously gravity took over, and then we're going to make gravity yellow, and gravity pushed it out. But there, and I want you to experiment with this, right? Try to experiment with how far you can tilt that hairdryer before the ball falls out. So you've got a lot of things going on. Let's just review. We have a lot of low pressure here. We have high pressure. And then we also have gravity pushing down. So all of these forces together, when they are in perfect balance, the ping pong ball will float, which is exactly what we did. It was really cool. All right, let's check out what this principle is called, because this isn't my principle. I didn't make this up. Let's figure out who made this up. All right, so there was this guy named Bernoulli, and he came up with this idea, what's actually an idea. Now it's a principle, and it is the faster air flows, the less pressure it has. Look at that. The faster air flows, the less pressure it has. And that's pretty cool, right? If you think about it. You would think it'd be the opposite, but it's not. The faster that air is moving, the less pressure it has. The slower air is moving, the more pressure it has, right? And then you can read this whole paragraph here. And I actually took this, and I'm going to circle this because I got this from a science teacher's website. This is Mr. Polsky, and I put his link down there. Go down there and check him out if you want some more information on Bernoulli's principle. But fast-moving air creates an area of low pressure. Why? Because the air particles are spread further apart. High-pressure air that's moving slower, has the particles closer together. Now, there's another cool thing that we see this in, and it's called airplanes. That's right. This same principle is in airplanes. When you get going faster and faster and faster and faster, right? The air that goes over, and we're going to do my low pressure again, over the wing is moving super fast. And it's moving so fast, it creates low pressure. On the bottom, right, it's going slower, and so that means we have high pressure. When you have high pressure underneath low pressure, that causes the airplane to go up or lift. Pretty cool, I think. If you want to check this out next time you're in the car, go ahead and stick your hand out the window, being careful not to stick it out too far. And try and put your hand or arm like an airplane wing. And try and move your hand up and down, right? Not up and down. Well, tilt your hand without moving the arm up and down. Tilt your hand up and down, rotate it. And you'll see Bernoulli's principle in action on your own hand. Hey, first grade, that's the end of my lesson here. Thanks so much for sticking with me. If you didn't see the last first grade video, go ahead and click right here. And if you want to subscribe and you haven't yet, go ahead and click here. Hey, that's all for now. I will see you all next week with some more first grade science.